G'day and hello beautiful people, it is Mimo here, and war has just concluded. My first regional war. I was in a faction who 2 months ago was inactive. The majority of us were in retirement and we weren't really doing much with the game, and we had a few great people come into our faction and pull us out of retirement, pull us back into the fight and say, hey, your journey's not over, let's get cracking again. And that's what happened. This was our first regional war together, the first regional war we got to gel, and the first real war we had to gel as a faction. We had 6 regions all together come in and compete with a total of 31 factions involved. It's absolutely amazing. It's mind-blowing. Usually we have 4 factions in our region, 4 factions with hours of searching. We had frequent warring with just a huge quantity of factions. 31 and just constant warring. It was absolutely amazing. You weren't waiting for hours of searching. I'm not used to this, so I absolutely love regional wars. It brings a new texture to competition when it comes to wars, and I love it. You know what, Scopely, you nailed this one on the head. Keep it up. We all love these wars and we want them coming. Regional wars, thumbs up. They're absolutely awesome. Now, as a region, we fell in 4th spot. You know, it's not the worst, so that's great. It's not the worst, it's not the second worst, that's awesome. Obviously, we're less active than some of the regions we're participating against. The majority of these regions are older regions, some less active than others. So that's always nice to see a bit of life in some of the older regions, which was great. We had Fulton there with Vengeance take the 1st place. We had Atkinson with the Uprising in 2nd, and Shiva from Baldwin in 3rd. Some of those guys and girls had amazing teams, just outstanding teams, and some of the combos of 6 stars they had, slaughterhouse. It was just slaughterhouse city sometimes for me. Though I've done well against some of them, so I can't always knock myself down there. Now, overall as a faction, we had a goal to fall into the 7th to 12th bracket, so as long as we were top 12 we were happy, and that was the goal within the war, and that's what we were working towards. And per usual, every single one in my faction, or everyone competing in my faction, just poured their heart and soul into it and worked overtime to achieve that goal, and we did it. We did it. We finished 11th, and with 3 minutes to spare, we destroyed the faction we were up against in the last war there and cemented our position in the top 12, and it was absolutely amazing. I think we were all overjoyed, and I cannot commend the girls and guys enough in my faction. They do everything they can, and they pour every last bit of ounce of energy into competing in these wars, and it's just amazing to see all that work pay off and to achieve the goal we set out to achieve. So that was absolutely amazing. We ended up fulfilling that top 12 ambition. You know, out of 31 factions, to finish 11th out of 31, when 2 months ago my faction was dormant. We were dormant. We were non-existent. We weren't competing. To come into a regional war 11th. That's amazing, and it just sets out we can only get better in the future, and I think we all hold high hopes for the future, just purely because based off this war and this achievement, we can only get better, we can only develop more as a faction, gel more as a faction, and get even better as players, and strengthen up our teams and become a bit harder for some of those factions. But in the end, there was absolutely some great teams in there was some great people, and it was a really enjoyable experience, and I hope to do it many times over again and to see different factions, and hopefully to compete against some of you guys out there. You might get to see a few of my teams. At the moment, it's sort of I'm in the wind trying to strengthen myself up after coming out of retirement. It's hard when you haven't played for a while and then you got all these 6 stars. It's hard, but I hope you all enjoyed war as well. Please do let me know how you went and your overall experience and how everything went down in the end. Hopefully some of you out there were able to, take those top prizes and do some quality work. But more than anything, I hope you enjoyed yourself and was able to achieve what you set out to achieve. And good luck with your pulls with those 5-star recruit tokens. Hopefully they go well. But as always, hope you did enjoy, and thank you for watching.